back. This is Jen Healy with the Aerial Yoga Play Program. We're on day 25. We have 5 more days left. So amazing. Okay, we're going to get deeper into the core strengthening and working on aligning the spine, opening up the space, and then strengthening the muscles around that so we can hold the new posturing. Now these core strengtheners, which I call plank toe touches, are going to be a little bit more challenging, so do a version that works for you if it feels a little too advanced. But we're building on the practice, as you've probably recognized that some of the poses I'm giving you in the last couple days here are probably the more advanced than all the other sequences, but you can do a version of it, okay? So please do get creative and make it your own. I like to call it aerial yoga play. So you're experiencing and exploring and experimenting in the body in a new way, using the swing to deeply support and make the poses as safe as possible for you to go deeper. Okay, so we're going to start standing and get the swing behind our back. Now when we get the swing behind our back, instead of going into sumo squat, I want you to push the swing down to the hips using the forearms. If you try to hold on to the swing, it doesn't really work. Use your forearms and then lean back, walk your feet forward. Now from here, we're going to wrap just one leg around. Let's go ahead and take our right leg, swing it up and around. So we hook the knee wide and then the foot can be in front. It's like a one-legged inversion. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slide down. So the swing's on a diagonal. It's going to be moving up towards the left armpit. And then the foot, if we look down and saw the circular mat as a clock, 12 o'clock being forward for everyone, your foot's going to be out at 3 o'clock for you. Okay? So make sure that you're on a nice long diagonal. We first just hang out in the pose. Now when we're hanging out in the pose, just see if you can rest your head, maybe let that arm dangle. I'm holding on with my right hand just for fun. It's really not necessary, but I do like kind of supporting myself with the swing. I can always flex the foot back to get a deeper stretch through that back of the leg and hamstring on the right side. And then I'm opening up the side body on the left. So we're just starting out with a gentle restorative practice, and then we'll get into our plank toe touches. Now we're going to hold on to the swing with the left hand, keep the elbow bent a lot. My right arm is going to reach back. When I do that, I come level with the earth. As much as possible, create a plank. See if you can find nice long lines of energy. And then from there, we're going to crunch at the hip flexor, not the waist, to touch the toes. Okay, so your hand can reach beyond the toes. If your toes seem really far, deepen in your hip crease. So your spine stays long and aligned the whole time. So I'm holding on with the left for support, for stability. Make sure you're using your core and not your neck. If for any reason when you're doing the plank toe touches, you can support the head with the right hand. That's 100% okay. And then what you're going to do is bring the elbow towards the knee with a straight leg, okay? So that's a variation. That's a little bit easier, but if you can do 10 plank toe touches, we're just going to go for it here. See if you can stay nice and aligned and controlled. Now after you do your 10th one, I want you to come into what I call dancer. So you're going to extend with straight arms and leg towards the ground for a big arch, and then bend that left knee, reach back and grab for the foot. You can grab with one hand to stretch the belly and stretch the quad, or you can reach back with both hands and come into a half lotus. So what we want to do is open up the spine after doing all of that strengthening and get as much space as possible. If you're feeling up for it, go ahead and release and do a second round, and you can do 10 more plank toe touches. If you want to try the dancer version, you can come all the way to the ground and have a little bit more oomph coming up. So dancers tend to be really flexible in their back, okay? But if we're doing the plank version, we're engaging through all areas of the core, nice and controlled. So just choose the one you like. After your last one, do another stretch. Okay, hold on to the foot. One hand or both hands, stretch the quad, stretch the shoulders, open it up. And now we're going to switch sides through Peaceful Warrior, through our inversion. So we hook the left leg wide and around. Pause here in your inversion. You can let the hands drop Clasp the elbows, feet are relaxed, okay? And then we're gonna take our right leg wide and around. And when we bring the leg around, hold on with your right hand to the swing and pull yourself up to seat. And then wind up on a diagonal. So in this pose, my left hand's just resting on my foot. I can flex that back to get a deeper stretch through the back of the leg. And then if I'm looking down, my foot has swung out to 9 o'clock. So I'm on this diagonal. Rest the head. You can let the arm drop. Open up the side body. Feels really good to stretch out here and take a break, a pause in between. If 10 is too many, do 5. If 10 doesn't feel like enough, do 2 sets, or maybe even 3 if you really want to go for it. But just do it nice and slow and controlled, more than the number is the alignment. Okay, so hold on to the swing with the right hand. Left arm goes back behind you. It allows you to lift your torso, bring your leg with you so you become level with the earth, and then keep a nice deep crease in the hip flexor here, so you're reaching past your toes. Most people are doing this where they feel like their leg is too long. It's not. You actually have to pull the hip crease down and then touch the toes. Come through a plank, 10 if you can, nice and controlled. Okay, remember, if you need to support the neck, make sure that you're using the core. Then you can come into a clasped hand on the left side and still bring the elbow towards the knee for the core strengthening. Do the plank toe touches if you can. And then after your last one, we're going to come into dancer. So long, straight arms and leg, and then stretch the belly here. And if it's available to you, bend the right knee, reach back and grab for the foot, one hand or both hands. So once you clasp the foot, I like to straighten the left leg a little bit more and arch and open the heart. It's a great shoulder stretch. Okay, go ahead and release nice and slow. Hold on to the swing with the right. 10 more plank toe touches, or a dancer version if you want. To do another round, I say go for it. And then when you're done, make sure that you're stretching the belly. Always open up after doing the strengthening, so that way we're creating openness as well as contraction in the body. When you're finished, wrap both legs around and hang out in your peaceful warrior for a few breaths. Feel free to stretch it out and lengthen through the belly one more time and come through our upside down dog. Feet can be relaxed. If you feel more comfortable hooking, it's not the end of the world, but where can you engage and where can you relax so the body feels like it's getting as much space as possible? When you're ready to come up, inhale, reach up, grab for the swing. Bring the legs wide, balance, and scissor kick down. Stay seated. Really important to hang out in sumo squat and give yourself time to integrate the shifts and changes that happen in the body. It should give you a big rush of energy, as well as feel like maybe a little lightheaded from so much blood and oxygen pulsing through your body. And then the core will feel nice and strong, as well as open and aligned. That was great. Thank you, everybody. I'm Jen Healy. This is AYRxYogaplay.com. Find more information on our website, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Feel free to leave your comments below. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow. Blessings. Namaste.